I'm feeling, it's had a long night at the casino.
Oh.
And I got some sleep, but
we'll get back to our regular programming, but how was your night at the casino?
It was good. Got there about 10 o'clock and left about 3 or 3:30. Even though I lost my money, I'm glad that I got to sit at a table for 5 hours.
Ooh.
And that's kind of what I base it on.
That's what it's all about.
Because I don't do the slots, I lose. What's weird is I'll play $5 hands, blackjack. I'll do $5 hand. That way, I always got a little. I can always play another hand essentially. Okay. But if I play the penny machines, I will not play more than $1. Like paying $5 to me really freaks me out.
Okay.
Or like playing quarter machines. I don't like playing quarter machines because to me it's too much money.
Okay.
And it's not like some cheap thing. It's just for some reason it just seems to go by a lot quicker.
I was in Coin Op about a week ago.
Uh-huh.
Not the one downtown. There's no one to downtown now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just with quarters, you don't realize it, and $5 is gone. I was playing fucking skee ball.
Oh yeah,
I was just killing it.
Killed $5 in skee ball.
Probably.
Nice.
It was like, I went I don't know why, but I just half of paying attention. I was just getting all hundreds.
Nice.
I know. Like as in I was playing against like 5 other people, and their highest was like 2 something, and mine was like 4, and I'm like, they're like, oh my god, you're so good. I'm like, no, I'm
you're
not.
the skee ball master.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't doing it. I wasn't even paying attention.
Skee ball Jesus.
I tried to play again, and I got like 180.
Dang. No, but I do enjoy it. It was another variation of the game. It was called Down Under Blackjack, to where how like if they pull an ace on their face up card, they always got to scan it to see if they hit the 21. You ever played table blackjack?
Yeah, I'm trying to
they deal it
mentally catching up.
They deal everything face down. Second one's all face up, or I'm sorry, on their end. The first one's face down, second one's face up.
Yeah.
And then there's this little corner thing that they bump the cards into.
Yeah.
That way they can look to see if they have, without having to look at the card.
Yeah.
That way it tells them, do you have a 21 or not?
Yeah.
But this one, it had 3 lights on it, and the point of it was, if it was a red light, the bottom card was either a 2, 3, 4, or 5. Blue light, it's 6, 7, 8, or 9. And yellow light was 10 face cards and an ace. So you got to know what they had, so you can bet accordingly, which was very neat. It seems like, oh, I've got the upper hand, because now I know what the dealer's holding.
Okay.
Well, here's the fucked up thing. If they get 2 10s, they now have 20, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm sitting on 20, I can either give up and just lose, or no, if I'm sitting on 19, I can give up and lose.
Yeah.
Or I just take a hit. Hopefully I can get a 2. So it adds a fun to the game, because now even if they're showing 20 and I'm showing 9, I just get to take fucking 15 hits for no reason and hope I get a 21.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It worked out well. I was able to go up about $300 and then lost it all at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
On what?
Blackjack.
Blackjack. Oh.
Yeah. It was all blackjack.
Oh.
I only play blackjack on the tables.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. So
this isn't a blackjack podcast, Rob?
No.
This is a space traveling Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, more of that shit.
Space opera.
It's a Star Trek ripoff is what it is. Hey-o. So we're here on episode 5. Right?
Yes.
What's the name of this one?
Pria.
Pria. What the fuck is Pria? Is that their name?
That's her name.
Her name's Pria?
Her name's Pria.
Fuck. Thought her name was Kate.
Ooh. Welcome back to KateCast.
KateCast. All right, so
much like the next episode, so much like the last episode, sorry.
Which was episode 2.
Yeah, which was first episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to this out of order, but in order of the shows.
Yeah.
God, we're just going to have a completely different feel.
Yeah, it's not going to matter much.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
All you Mars heads out there.
Adds an excitement.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do we open on? We open on the ship, and what are they doing?
I was watching it's some bad TV show.
Rob, you were
What?
killing me last episode with the fucking...
What happened?
With all the Star Trek nonsense you were spilling.
Oh,
It's Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's what I said.
One of the greatest comedies of all time.
Oh, it lasted for a while.
Yeah. You just said bad TV shows.
Yeah. It's like a nickname. Like an AKA.
No.
Also known as.
Bad TV shows.
Yeah.
No. Seinfeld's one of the greatest shows of
No,
all
people
time.
like it. There's a couple people who like it.
So...
It's like a cult comedy. A cult.
Isaac doesn't understand the reason of humor.
Well, I mean, you can't show him that and then expect him to be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So they try to explain it, and then Malloy says that he wants to do a practical joke on him.
He does.
And I will get you when you least expect it.
That's the way to do the practical jokes right there.
Yeah, I'm
Malloy
going to do one right now.
Malloy knows.
And then traditional Orville fashion, someone's talking, alarm goes off.
That's the way it goes.
What's happening, Rob?
Oh, shit. What happens when the alarm goes off?
Do you have your notes?
Yeah, I do.
Are they your notes?
Yeah, but I think I wrote down the wrong things again.
They're really small. Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Rob. Boom.
Yeah, well, you see, I don't do that because it's way too many notes to dictate the whole thing. Like,
How about we swap notes?
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. I'll send you mine.
Yeah, send me yours. This is going to be an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So I've got local. I don't know. They go to that shitty theme song, and then when they come back, did they go to the theme song yet?
No, not yet.
So
is Rob getting the notes?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
They locate something.
2:24. What's that?
Oh, that's when the theme started. That's when I did the timing of it.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we just got 10 pages of notes here. Let me open them real quick. Watching Seinfeld. Okay. And
yeah, is a talk to text. Grammar is well off.
Prior one distress. And a distress signal alerts the system, and it's just in their neighborhood.
Yep. That's what they said.
Set course and engage quantum drive.
Yep.
New catch grass.
Oh,
second time using it.
Say catch grass. Once again, talk to text. So, okay, my point I was making there was that's the second time he said that. Are they trying to turn that? Because one of Picard's, Patrick Stewart's, catchphrases is engage. Like, that's one of his big, we have set the course, we're ready to go.
That's his catch grass.
And I'm like, are we trying to turn that into his catch grass?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they give that one up real quick.
So, explaining funny to Isaac, located crash ship comet.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Because those are notes.
Oh, got it.
That's the way notes are taken here in America.
Got it. Sorry.
You're just...
Catch grass?
Cliff notes. Because I've only got that piece of paper.
Okay.
I don't know where my notebook is.
Now, to my knowledge, they get a distress signal from the comet that there's a ship on it.
Right, because it's hurling itself towards a sun.
A sundiver. Reread the notes.
It's a sundiver, and it's just some kamikaze thing that's going to blow up. And apparently they've only got 7 minutes to do something, 11 minutes to do something about it. 7 minutes to do something about it because, oh no, there's a ship, and then they get a distress call or some shit.
It's like a mining ship.
Yeah, it's a mining ship, and they want to tractor beam it.
Yep.
But they can't tractor beam it because
too close to the sun.
Something stupid might happen.
Too close to the sun.
Uh-huh. So they distress signal. We got Charlize Theron.
Yep.
Is that how you pronounce her last name?
Yep.
Theron.
Thurman.
That's what I do.
Thurman. Let's just call her Pria. Doesn't sound so much easier.
Kate.
Kate.
So Captain Pria LeVay.
Ooh, nice.
LeVay.
Oh wait, you're reading my notes.
Oh yeah. I don't know this shit.
I was impressed by myself.
Yeah, so
tired of listening to intro boring and long.
Yeah, that's when I figured that out. So
saved LT lady.
She's a lieutenant. I didn't know her name.
Oh, got
She's
it.
a lieutenant.
She's not. She's a captain.
Oh shit.
read the notes.
Yeah, I saw that right here.
So
So they're just they see her on the thing, and she's like, "Oh, mining ship. I was doing something, and it fucking broke." And then now they're like, "We're gonna rescue her," and it's she's attractive, and everybody wants to go to Pound Town with her.
Yep.
And
I guess it'd be nice if they didn't mention that. You know what I mean? Like, oh wow, she's an attractive person. Like, why'd you need to mention? You know, it'd be nice if she just had a cameo in an episode.
Yeah.
And they weren't talking about how hot she was.
I don't really think she's that attractive. I'm not saying she's an ugly person, but to me, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's Charlize. Ooh, doggy.
You'd be all over Kate.
Where's Kate?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Super strength. Super hand job.
Oh, you're talking about the person I would actually call Kate.
Yeah.
She's a fairly attractive person.
Even with the head stuff?
You gotta
leave it on.
There's some things you gotta look past, but
you'd be like the famous, because she's so strong, the one-stroke hand job.
You know what, though? I think that's such a lie, because that wouldn't work out. You would probably just have a broken pelvis.
Yeah, probably.
Or just somehow like a completely deflated broken dick.
Anyway.
So, now that that's settled.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go get her. What do they do? Who's going? Oh shit, who's going? Captain Morgan's going. What's his name? Marley? What's? Malloy. Ed. And there's another motherfucker going too, no? Alara's going. Kate's going.
What do I have written there?
What do you got? A Sundiver. The next one. 7 minutes. I get why Malloy needs to go. Best pilot. And Alara. But why does the captain need to be there? Because that's why the captain needs to go, because he's attracted to her. No, should he leave?
No.
Not at all. But that's why he's going, because he wants to go to Pound Town.
Most important person on the ship does not.
You know what? I think that's one thing you're just gonna have to let go of.
Nope.
Come the rest of the season.
Nope.
Because he's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I know.
Because once he fucks up, that gives everybody else reason to be like, oh, because then you're gonna have fucking Kelly's gonna take over at some point and be like, oh, the XO, where's my husband? And then they're gonna fall in love for an episode or two, and then it's gonna be all Ross and Rachel. I'm so tired of that theme song too. So anyway, I like how you just have anyway. Anyway, the rescue with the tractor beam. The rescue with the tractor beam and bring her back on board.
Oh yeah, so they're flying up, trying to get out of the sun's orbit, but the sun's pulling them in too much because they're too close the time wise. So then, what does Lamar do? Hooks them up with the tractor beam and gives them the little extra effort.
That's right. That's what you got.
All good to go.
Mm-hmm. So she comes aboard. Everybody's hey, I guess they're catching up, figuring shit out. And then Laura gets assigned to a room.
Which room?
To cover the guy living better so it smells. The one where the asshole had a hamster.
Yes.
Bunches of hamsters, I'm guessing.
Yes.
She gets the room over...
Next to it.
Over captain invites you to cocktail event for the senior officer later that night.
Yes. So, okay. No, hold on a sec.
Uh-huh.
So, she's in the med bay and she's kind of like... I could use a drink. And then that's when, I'm conveniently having a cocktail night for all the senior officers if you'd like to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yada, yada, yada.
Which, they're kind of a little uneasy with that, yeah? The rest of them,
I don't think...
They're kind of like, she just got to the ship. I don't know why you would give her alcohol.
Yeah. Why would you invite her to a personal thing of all the important people of the ship?
Because I'm sure the other 300 or 200 something members aren't going.
Man, I want to know what like a below deck party is.
Oh, the Titanic below deck.
If they're like what all the Hensons are doing.
Doing a bunch of space blow.
Rob just found out what Hensons are, just like the lower people.
The Hensons, I thought they were called
Henson Parker. Remember we went over this?
Oh, I thought they were ensigns with an E.
Well, we're gonna have to figure it out, but I want to know how they party. That's what I want to know first.
Space blow, space hookers.
I explain that. I think I explained when I was listening to the holodeck.
Holohookers?
No, the holodecks.
What is that?
Where you can like just put in any scenario,
yeah.
and then you compared it to the X-Men.
Yes.
They're probably having shit crazy sex parties in those holodecks.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't.
Like if If the holodeck existed in real life, that would be the first thing people would do.
Well, you're goddamn right.
You know, like as
Place would get ruined real quick.
Like Picard uses it for. He loves his 1950s gangster movies, so he like pretends to be a gangster.
Oh, they have that in there too?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Where
man.
you are the main character.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's so many episodes of him being like lips, you know, like and there's so many episodes of Data as Sherlock Holmes.
I'm so fuck. You know what? I would enjoy this show more if you didn't tell me how often they ripped off Star Trek. Because it totally lessens the value of this show to me. Because they're doing nothing original. They might have a whole different set of writers, and they might have new storylines that Star Trek was just too good. Because I was reading that shit, that Star Trek, the original writer for Star Trek wouldn't touch on relationship issues because it was in this era of Star Trek, like it's below them.
Intentionally unoriginal. That's the point of it.
I get you, but it's
Homage.
so piss poor.
Anyway, Rob, what does my notes say?
Cocktail party. Pria and the captain are getting along. Kelly seems jealous. They're both from Massachusetts. What do you got?
We have personally tired of listening to intro, boring and long.
Right.
Something. Saved Lieutenant Lady, Potato Head, Pern.
Prank? As a prank?
Potato Head prank, bonding over birthplace, Salem witch trials. Been there? I have.
Oh, I was going to ask you if you had been to the witch trials, or if you've ever been to Salem.
And then Slimer ripoff, and then
Slimer.
That's it.
Yeah, because I've watched this episode a few times. I couldn't narrate it, but
you know who could?
Yeah, your fucking notes right here. Here's your play-by-play. So, yeah, they're bonding over where they grew up, and then they're talking about the Salem, and they're talking about the witch trials and things like this. Do you know, I guess...
I know of them.
Massachusetts is real witchy.
Yeah.
It's actually a very beautiful place. It's it's got that kind of dreary look to it, where it's usually like a little, I don't know, maybe overcast, but it's got a gloom look to it. But like all the trees and stuff are rather large, so they set like a really nice visual.
Yeah.
But then you go into like these witch trials things, and there's a fucking museum, and they go over like they explain some shit to you, but it's like real, like what's it called, like field trippy. So there's a bunch of
the whole part of my notes.
Yeah, because we're still in the same thing. We're both from Massachusetts.
No,
on
you
your
didn't
notes.
even talk about the Potato Head.
Oh, that moved up. Okay, I was wondering why you didn't mention Potato Head.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Well, no.
It's on your notes.
Yeah, it's on my notes, but I had accidentally scrolled up. So the next one was the cocktail party.
Oh, okay.
And then that's why I was wondering, like, why would I say Potato Head and you not say Potato Head yet? And I thought I just got them out of order.
No.
But yeah, the place is full of like a bunch of field trip kids, so it's like it's kind of neat to learn about these witch trials, but it's also extremely dumbed down for small children. So being an adult going there, it's kind of like, I get what you're saying, but I kind of want this to be over. And then you can go to the gift shop, and I was like, oh, there'd be cool witchy stuff. And it's like little paddle boards with like witches' faces on it, and like a dreidel.
Sounds fun.
Or something. I'm not saying it's not fun, but I expected it to be like
better.
I didn't expect it to be so G. I thought it was going to be more like maybe PG-13.
Got it.
Yeah. So
like an R-rated witch movie.
Yeah, I mean there shouldn't have been like titties and brooms flying all over the place, but maybe some colorful language.
Fair enough.
So anyway, always with the anyway. The rescue with the tractor beam and bring back aboard. We are there. So two of the bridges has put Mr. Potato Head figures on Isaac.
I don't know what I meant by that.
Because there's only one of them.
Yeah.
And them being on the bridge was the setting, but the bridge had nothing to do with the potato.
I think I said cut to the bridge. And they have put, I think that's what I said.
Two of the bridge.
Cut to the bridge.
So
this is fun. We should do this.
It makes it more entertaining.
Put on the show.
So before all the Massachusetts stuff. Isaac comes out and he's looking a little goofy. And
why is he looking? Because he's a victim of a
heinous
joke.
practice joke, which I liked it. I would like it more if he would wear the potato head stuff all the time.
Oh.
I have a soft spot in my heart for potato head effects on almost anything.
Are there 2 potato heads behind me?
There's 3 potato heads.
Oh.
The package actually only claims to be 2, but I've got a Captain America potato head,
Okay.
like a Spider-Man potato head, and an Iron Man potato head. And it's all in a nice little preschool 3-pack.
Nice.
Because I like my potato head.
So you like putting potato head stuff on anything?
I could put a potato head stuff. I think potato head stuff looks amazing on real potatoes.
Got it. One of the...
Ooh, a pumpkin?
Oh, nice. One of the questions I have on potato head. Remember in Toy Story, didn't he put his stuff on like a tortilla?
Yes.
And then he started. Is the tortilla how does Mr. Potato Head's biology work?
As far as what?
As far as, does he put his stuff? Is everything separate? And if he can take his, because
well, Potato Head has an ass flap, and inside his ass flap is the hollow innards of the potato head.
No.
And you put all his personal effects in there.
What I'm saying, that he put the eyes, the mouth, the hands, the feet, and the hat on a tortilla.
Does that give that onomatopoeia?
And then he started walking around as the tortilla.
Yeah.
So is he are the individual pieces sentient? Can he control multiple potatoes by just putting half on one?
I think it would probably be limited, like if he only put a hand on one and a leg on the other.
What are Mr. Potato's powers?
Mr. Potato has no powers except for being awesome.
No, I'm talking about the Toy Story.
He has none. He's just awesome.
I don't believe it.
But,
anyway,
but I think like by putting all the body parts on, he's allowed to use that thing as a partial body.
Put on a car.
Well, there's good luck jamming a potato head ear into a car.
But if you could.
If it was a styrofoam car, yeah, I'm sure he could. I'm sure he could walk around.
If you fucking just drill a tiny little hole in the door.
They don't have drills. They're little toys.
No, but I'm thinking fucking like humans befriend the toys, right?
Yes.
And you want to use them as weapons somehow. How do you use them as weapons? Fucking get a Mr. Potato tank.
You go buy a Darth Vader and use him.
Oh shit!
You wouldn't just go buy a good toy and then attach it to stuff that could be neat. I mean, you would do that for fun, but you wouldn't take it to war with you.
No. Anyway, what do my notes say? Come on, moving on. We're not having a Mr. Potato podcast. Tune in next week though.
Lamar makes comment on how he could even see. We find out that Isaac has internal sensors.
Right. Lamar makes a comment that how did he not notice?
Right.
The potato head stuff on it because they're covering his eyes.
Because Isaac has glowing eyeballs.
Yes, he does, and he says they're just for display purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I have eternal sensors, and he didn't see these things as threats.
That's what it is. Gotcha.
So then Malloy's like, okay, now you get me.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be creative, and it has to be when I least expect it.
Right. That's what
now, then we get to the cocktail party.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens after the cocktail party?
Pria and the captain are getting along. That's the Massachusetts stuff. Moving along. Pria comes back to thank the captain, and Ed
charms her with his wits.
Ed charms her with his wit.
Cool.
Only one of them.
He's so charming. With that single wit, and he gets a nice kiss on the cheek.
Wit. Does he get a kiss?
He does. He gets a nice little kiss on the cheek.
She's gonna blow him later.
Ooh. Yikes.
Kelly searches for Pria in the mining database. Guess what?
Not there.
Not fucking there.
Couldn't find it. But they say a lot in the episode. Miners do keep awful databases.
Probably, yeah, I can see that.
That's what they kept saying. They're like, miners.
Yeah.
They keep pretty bad records.
Now let's replace this word minors with the definition for small children.
Yes, I know. It's talk to text, man.
Oh no! I'm sure it's spelled right. I'm just saying. So every time that you say minor in this involving this episode,
yeah,
just think of small children.
Oh, okay.
Because that puts a little Shyamalan twist on it all.
So minors have awful records.
Children have awful records.
Yes.
Ed is giving her the tour. They meet Chef Steve Newton.
Chief talk to text.
For some reason, it turned it into a compound word.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Newton and Yoffin.
Oh, Yoffin's the little squidgy thing. The little.
Oh,
the
is that
ball
the
of mucus.
Slimer thing?
Yeah.
Is that Norm Macdonald?
Is that his name?
Is that who's voicing him?
He sounds like Burt. He sounds like Burt Reynolds.
Norm Macdonald plays a good Burt Reynolds.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, fucking the Pat Sajak shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever. Alex Trebek. That's my foot. Yeah, it is Norm Macdonald's. And it's actually Yapit.
Oh.
Yaphet. Just so you know.
Yaphet. And Yaphet makes the comment, he doesn't usually find white women attractive.
Oh, I think he's still talking to the nurse.
No, he's talking to
Yes.
Pria.
Yes, he is. Indeed.
In one episode, he is trying to hit up Dr. Claire.
It makes it sound like he's been trying to hit that for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where we at here? Where we at?
How would they even?
They showed it. He made like a little stomach dildo.
He did make a stomach dick. He
Yeah.
also shook Priya's hand with that said stomach dick.
Hey, whatever works. Whatever
But
gets the job done.
Steve Newton, right? I got that name right? Chief?
Yeah. Would you, I mean, I can double check it, but
No, that's fine.
Chief Steve Newton, is that
I
think Scotty?
That's Scotty.
Gotcha.
And then Scotty, he makes a really inappropriate joke. Ho, and then like, this is Captain Pria something, Levette. And then he just goes, ho, and then some. Called Hey Jar. And then he's
called
like,
her fat?
no, he's saying how like, whoa, you're hot. Like he's like, and then he instantly says, ho, don't call HR on me. And then, hi, Chief Steve Newton, nice to meet you.
Even with those, they're just falling short on the jokes.
Yeah, they really are.
But now we're at Kelly confronts Ed about how Pria has no background.
Nope.
And she wants Alara to search her room.
What, you make it sound like it's some kind of like 6-year-old's diary.
Ed says no. She asks her anyways. Alara needs to make up a BS excuse. That of looked into my cause some trouble.
Okay, what do you think that means?
She needs to make some horseshit excuse so she has probable cause.
Got it. Why didn't you just say that to make me look stupid to our
Because you told me to read it as it is.
tens of 20s of listeners?
Alara needs to make up BS excuse that of looked into may cause some trouble.
To type while you're watching something as well?
Yeah, I know. That's why I use paper.
You don't have, like, if you would have been quiet this whole time. Like,
No.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
No, because you're better at going in the timeline, and then that's me snapping. I just pop them out, because then I know exactly where I'm at,
For
man.
those still listening, that's Rob snapping.
But here's the thing. Like, even if we did Mallrats, like, let's just say we did something on Mallrats. I've seen Mallrats fucking 20 or 30 times.
Mm-hmm.
I still couldn't get the chronological order right.
Okay.
But once you said, like, the Easter Bunny, like, oh, yeah, that fucking Easter Bunny, like, I'd be on it.
All right.
But I'm just saying.
So what did they do,
every
Rob?
time I turn this bitch sideways, it fucks me up.
So what did they do? They BS
I
excuse?
I don't know what excuse they came up with. Her and Kelly just decided to go fucking break in.
No, that they say that there's a radiation leak.
Oh, well, that's what they tell her.
Yeah. Like, that's what they say to each other. Oh, we can just say it's a radiation leak.
Oh, they figured that out before.
And I'm just checking.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good.
So then they go, they search the room.
They do. They search
They find a little...
tops and bottoms and couldn't find a thing.
Except for under the bed.
Except for under the bed.
A little rectangle looked like a vape.
That they found a mod box.
They find a mod box.
Mm-hmm. And they just...
They
by
put it
golly,
back.
they just can't scan it.
It's not picking up anything. There's
Not
nothing
picking it.
inside
It's
of it.
impenetrable.
Yeah.
But now here's the thing. This mod box was neatly and precisely tucked into that corner. When they put it back,
Wasn't tucked.
they're spaced all the way around.
Probably throw
That is snooping rule number 1. You put it back how you found it.
You basically take a photo of how you want to leave it.
Well, I'm sure they don't have phones in these days of ages.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they can't just
Click. Magic telecommunicators. Well, it's not the Black Mirror.
Mm.
So.
Anyway, Pria comes back. They say there's a radiation leak. They're just checking the room.
Yes, that is the command stuff. She doesn't. Okay. They go in anyways and find a small device. Scans cannot penetrate.
Ooh.
Pria catches Pria catches them and they bounce.
Oh, nice.
Good action word. They tell Ed he's all what the fuck. She's going to put a formal complaint to a lawyer. Says he's going to put a formal complaint to a Laura record.
Alara's record.
Oh, join the new put your band on a Laura record. Kelly confronts.
Because he's all what the fuck.
He's don't invade her privacy. I'm trying to hit that.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Kelly confronts that maybe his feelings are getting in the way.
And then he's like, so what? She's attractive. You're not my wife.
Yeah, but that's a horseshit excuse because the thing is like, she's not saying, oh, hey, guess what? I like you. Like, come on. She's just like, look, your dick's getting in the way of your fucking eyeballs. Like,
your dick's getting in the way of your command.
Yeah, like, you can't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
And then he tries to front. She's like, yeah, she's probably a little bit jealous.
He's all, what the fuck?
And then he's just all WTF.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he's just mad AF. And it's just fucking terrible.
Yeah. Lol.
Suddenly.
Who?
Suddenly A. That's a sentence. Condensed dark matter storm. No, concentrated dark matter storm.
Yep.
Pyra has super science way of you seem to scar to see the dark matter storm. Pria has a super science way of you seem to scars to see the dark matter storm.
Okay.
So decipher that.
I know what that is. Pria has a super science way to use the scanners to find the storm. Because they were invisible until she did something to the scanner, and then the scanner could see them.
Yeah,
which Isaac said no one has ever done before. Whatever she said.
Which Isaac is probably a fucking liar. If he's supposed to be this super intelligent dude, he should have been like...
because she's from the future.
Right, but nobody knows she's from the future.
I know.
And if they have everything on the ship to make a little dust...
But that's what they're saying. Isaac's like,
oh, this bitch is crazy.
Been invented yet.
Oh, yeah. Got you.
Whatever this is hasn't been invented yet.
Mm-hmm.
So she can drive out of the storm.
Right. So she can fly through it. She just needs helm control.
Yeah.
That's all she needs.
Which Kelly's kind of like...
Yeah, Kelly's like, don't do it. Everybody's like, don't do it. Except for the two or five people trying to hit that Pound Town.
Ed, Lamar, Malloy.
They're all...
Isaac.
Three-way it.
Yaket. What's his name?
Is Isaac trying to hit too?
No, I just threw in another name.
He just wants to watch.
Indeed.
So she's able to get through the storm. She's got her little magic future fucking...
Well, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's where we were.
No, we don't know that. So she takes helm control and she flies through the storm. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Safe and sound.
Yes.
Done.
Indeed.
Moving on.
She does it. They get out. Communications are down from the storm.
Ooh.
Next base is 5 days away. And Pria says she has some friends nearby. I can fix their shit and a place for her to be dropped off. And
okay.
Kelly,
because I think I wrote that down because I forgot what she actually said. But she was basically like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah base is right here. You can just take me there and they'll fix it.
Yeah, well, that's what they scan everything. It's like, because their ship's like completely fucked up. It was like, one more hit and they were going to explode.
Yeah.
And then the repair spot's like 5 days away, but conveniently she knows of somebody who's just right around the corner.
She's basically like, come to my friend's house.
Yeah, and she just
Kelly's
wants
like,
to drive the ship.
It's always awkward when you go to someone else's friend's house. You don't really know them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, and Kelly's annoyed because she's plotting the course now, too.
Yeah, because she was like, oh, she gets to plot the course now, too, as well as take helm control and do all that.
Mm-hmm. So that happens, and then we got Ed kisses her in the holodeck because he takes her to this beautiful scenery of this place where it's just a bunch of fucking headhunters and cannibalistic, eat everything. Like,
you can't, the locals are just cannibals.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous place, though. Gorgeous.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice. I mean, it's all right.
And then they're like kissy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, wait, I need to go slow, my divorce, this and that.
Yeah.
And then classic movie, Like the whole like pant after sex moment.
Oh yeah, gotta have panting after sex.
They're like, well, that was something.
Yep. And then they start to do a little, back and forth, like, you're divorced, and blah. They do some pillow talking. And it's the first girl he's been with since the divorce.
Oh. So he really cares about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the pussy on a pedestal.
He does.
Life's not all about pussy juice cocktails.
Oh.
That was amazing. Still have to watch that movie again. It's been a long time. And it's now 7 a.m. Malloy wakes up legless.
Do you want to explain that more?
Yeah, he's explaining it. What? So he wakes up. It looks like he's going to have a good morning, really.
Well, he's pretty tired.
Yeah, he's pretty tired. Looks like he got a good amount of sleep. And stands up, which I think he would have known by then. But he's able to stand up and kind of maybe a little stretch and then just falls the fuck over.
Well,
because he's missing a leg.
Okay, the amount of leg that he was missing was from like above the knee down, right?
Yeah, I would know. As soon as I woke up, I would realize when I went to go try to swing my legs, they weren't feeling the same. Like him making it 30 seconds into waking up.
The whole phantom pain thing. You know what I mean? Like
there's no allude to phantom pain whatsoever.
No, like you don't even think about it, and it's there.
Well, it's not phantom. That's not phantom pain.
Once he got off. No. I mean, like the whole phantom pain that you can still feel it.
That's phantom something else, but yeah.
Anyway,
yes.
This is another argument for another podcast.
No.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
It works. It works on the.
I think it was an appropriate amount of time to not notice.
It's not at all. Working in the medical field. It's not at all.
Okay, fine, whatever.
It's a leg.
Whatever.
Now you can go off of like new technology,
which they do.
Yeah, which they probably sealed it up pretty good. But I'm just saying that that feeling of like swinging your leg, like you're gonna know.
Yeah.
So, and then Malloy gets to the bridge and confronts Isaac about it before knowing it was a prank.
Oh yeah. So
Isaac's hidden the leg.
No, because I did notice that. Yeah, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, he's annoyed because of the prank. He was like, he somehow knew Isaac did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, this was my prank, beep boop bop. And he was like, you fucking sick, this isn't a prank. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it made it sound like he saw on the camera that Isaac was the one who went into his bedroom.
It's probably just the way the surgery was done.
Yeah.
Like, and that's really the only person you should go to anyways. Like, it's not like the doctor's going to do it.
Yeah. Well, he's a robot.
Yeah, you can't blame him. Just accident.
He calls him a son of a bitch, gets taken out. They kind of like, Isaac, you shouldn't have done that. He doesn't really know why. And then something happens again. Read the notes. The notes, Rob, the notes.
Ed says it would probably be easier to just regrow it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Then to go find it.
Yeah, totally. Was that your big reveal?
No. But what happened after that? I actually don't know. I don't know.
Chief Newton calls up that there is a strange device.
Oh, yeah.
That was in Pria's room.
Oh, what device? Oh, yes, same one.
Why does he know about it?
No. He just said that there is a strange rectangle device here.
Oh, and then you're saying it was the one for Pria's room.
Then the two of them were like,
oh,
that's the same one.
And then that's when she reveals she's from the future. And when the ship hit the storm, they were all supposed to die. And
how do you feel about that?
What?
The fact that she, like, the whole "I'm from the future" twist.
I'm sure Star Trek did it plenty of times.
Yeah.
But it's just old. I mean, it works, but it doesn't seem like anything new was done. Like, it just seems like a real old thing to do. Well, I'm from the future. Like, all right, be from the future then. Like,
fair enough, Rob.
I mean, what do you feel about the future?
I think it's a easy twist.
Mm-hmm.
That, from the sounds of it, people were happy with the. People thought it was a nice little twist. Like, they were going back to their, like, it was really original.
The fuck said that?
I read a few reviews that it's finally turning into its own. But I disagree completely.
Oh yeah, you should disagree completely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because they did a fucking from the future?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like the Space Hunter ship thing was like, I was like, all right, cool. Like that's.
Yeah, that
like that makes sense.
Cool.
I mean, with that note, so it's like spacecraft collectors, right?
Yeah.
So
they take them just before
she's
they're
taking
meant to die.
Right. Yeah, before, yeah.
She shows up, saves them, and then takes them to the 29th century.
Right. So I'm just trying to think. So this ship, the Orville.
Yes.
Houses 300 people. It has holodecks, and it has places for things to... It's a large fucking thing.
Not the largest, but yes.
No, not the largest. But think about it. A person who collects these, we're talking you have at least 5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
To call yourself a collector.
Yeah.
But that person also needs like a living space and all this shit, and they're likely to live on a ship.
Well, that ship
instead of living on a planet.
That ship in the or they could probably live on these collecting ships. But that ship, when they went to the future, that was very big.
It was big as shit.
Yeah, so maybe.
But
that's then they wanted it,
and that's another thing that freaks me out about all this space shit. So, let's go to the famous Death Star.
Okay.
How big was that? Big as a moon? Big as our Earth's moon?
Big as a planet.
What are we talking? We're talking Earth? You think it's as big as Earth?
No, big as the moon, I'd say. But maybe.
Okay, the moon's not a planet.
I'll do a quick Google while you make your point.
What I'm saying is, and it's a similar thing to my defense about the flat Earth. Who the fuck makes this shit? Now, there's a very good clerk's argument about being a contractor on the Death Star, which I think is an amazing back and forth. But who the fuck is making this shit? How long do you really think it's going to take you? You think you're just going to blow it out in the matter of all this time?
No, years.
Like, you're not even talking years. You're probably talking, like, how long did it take to make the pyramids? Like, I mean, I know we don't know how they're done, but roughly what they're saying is like 20 years?
Okay.
30 years to make the pyramid? Okay, so that's to make the pyramid.
Okay.
You have the resources right there.
Now, okay.
You're in space. Where are you getting these?
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now, realize that 2419, that was the year we're in, right?
Hmm?
They have the technology to replicate anything. Food, I'm sure they can replicate clothes.
Right.
They can do all that. Now, if they can do that by 2419, what can they do by the 29th century?
What year was Star Wars taken in?
A long time ago in a galaxy far away.
That was a long time ago.
In a galaxy far away. They didn't give a year.
Gotcha.
But I'm basically saying that if they have that technology, it can advance so much, and they could probably just replicate a ship. Like, you know what? Bigger.
I don't know. Well, because you would need something larger than that.
Yeah.
To replicate it. So, if you're replicating a 6-foot-tall person, you would need a system that is probably 7 foot tall.
Or have a 4-foot-tall one, lay it down, and just pull it to the side, and just...
That's not how the replicator works. It's not a scanner.
I know, but you could just do piece by piece.
But you can do piece by piece, but until you have a machine large enough to replicate this.
I'm just answering your question on how long it'll take it. Like,
it'll still take forever because you still have to put that together.
One man, like.
No, but you need that one man and multiple of those one men to assemble this. So you may not have to mine all this shit to mold it to mold it together and then make a panel, but you still have to put these panels together.
Yeah,
you're not replicating a fucking 300 by 400 foot fucking panel, and you need miles of these.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take fucking forever to do.
It's the future, man. We don't know.
It's ridiculous.
We don't know what advances they have by then.
No, we don't. But so Star Wars was thousands of long times ago, years away.
Yeah.
So how are they making that shit when the pyramids was quite a long time ago?
Well,
and we can't even figure out how the fuck that happened.
Well,
so now these
Star
motherfuckers
Wars
is putting...
did a timeline on it. By episode 3, they had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it was under construction. It was finishing construction by Rogue One. And then ready by A New Hope. So that means that Anakin was by the end of 3, he was probably in his 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of the whole thing, he was an old man. In like when they took his helmet off.
Right.
So that's probably over 20 years. Maybe more building it.
So in the same period of time that they built the pyramid.
It was probably Luke. All of Luke's age. That's how long it took to build the because they had the original plans.
Uh-huh.
In the same episode, Luke was born in at the end.
Mm.
So that means it took that long.
That's a shitty timeline.
I'm just trying to answer your question to the best of my knowledge.
Oh, no, that's all you can do. I know you can't be like, well, you know what? Like, Wikipedia, like this real life shit.
All I know is, wait, you asked how big was it, and that the first Death Star had a diameter between 140, 160 kilometers. There's a broader range of figures that the Death Star diameters ranging from 160 to 190. Anyway, moving on, Rob. We can't just get stuck on this.
I don't know what a kilometer is, Matt.
Me either, dude.
You know what a kilometer is? That's your.
I always preferred the miles per hour.
Well, we're not talking about how fast.
No, but like that's the only reason why I did it. I've gone full American with all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think there's only us and like 3 other places in the world that use that.
You guys are so weird.
Standard shit. All right. So, Newton calls. Blah, blah, blah. They don't believe her right away. Lamar states that he's lost helm control. Pria has control and is taking them to a time warp hole.
Let's do the time.
Suddenly, leg drops down. Never mind about that.
That's pretty much what happened. They're in the middle of a conversation.
The commit was a ruse.
The what? Oh, the comet. Oh,
the comet.
Oh,
yeah. So he finds his leg, and she. Oh, surprise, surprise! A little box does something, and now she's in control of the ship from her little magic arm or wrist or whatever it is.
Future, man.
That's super future.
Probably not her own wrist.
So that's how she's in control of it. She makes a good point that they were all going to die anyways, and how, you know what, they say it fucking
so many
40 times in this show.
They do.
And it's like, I get it. You were going to die. But here's the thing. If you're telling this to somebody in heaven or hell or some afterworld, then that's fine. Then you can have a reasonable debate. But you can't do it like, oh, you were supposed to die, but now you're alive, so let's just rethink. Like, no, you can't do that because now they're alive and want the best of it.
Yeah.
Not alive and just like, well, okay. Like,
yeah.
It's not a realistic thing. But she's from the super future, so I guess it is.
Super future. Built massive ships.
I wonder how many people that she's probably taken over a lot of ships, and people have just been like, okay, let's do this future thing. I mean, I'm sure there'd be some people who are jazzed.
Well, she said the cat's out of the bag. All she has to do... She made it sound like this was a rare occurrence of the ship finding out about her.
Right.
All she has to do is just get them to the wormhole.
Right, that's true. That's true. The Orville's on a higher level.
Yeah. Don't you know that?
Ooh.
This is Captain Ed Mercer.
And then Captain Ed Mercer goes to apologize to Kelly.
Oh yeah.
Meant to be dead anyways, so what the hell?
Yep, she said that's the drink, Rob.
The what?
Like, as in, if you were going to drink every time they say, well, we're meant to be dead anyway. Do a shot.
But
what, Rob? What's happening?
Ed has a plan.
Ooh.
They still a hole in the divide, and Isaac attempts to jack it. It fires back and kills him. Oh, so they're trying to do it they're trying to get the box, do something magic with it, and then shit don't work, and then here comes fucking tons of fun.
Yikes.
With the fucking drill, who's like, oh, old-fashioned fucking motor.
Diamond.
He doesn't have that shit with him. He got it for a present. From who? That fucking Ryobi's 300 years old.
He said from his uncle.
Yeah, okay, so his uncle had it, but if he gave it to him, it wasn't going to be this brand new fucking Ryobi with a diamond tip.
It was an antique.
So he fucking puts a hole in this thing and goes right through. Nobody... Well, because it was supposed to not detect it because it's some
so antique.
archaic fucking thing.
Which makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It really does. But I don't think the diamond bit would be able to do all that, but it could. You never know.
Maybe it's real diamond.
And then and then you got Isaac just like, oh, let me use my finger webs, my electric finger webs.
And he tries to hack into it.
Yep, and then he just gets blowed the fuck up and thrown back about 20 feet.
And
3.62 kilometers.
Before the commercial, they were like, "Oh, he's dead."
Oh yeah, they said it. Motherfucker's done.
They said the D.
They scanned him.
They scanned him. They checked for life signs. They don't know what to do with him.
Don't know. His eyeballs went out.
Checked he's dead. Oh, his eyeballs did go out. That looked weird.
What they should have done was get the potato head eyes. And if they would have just stuck the potato head eyes on him,
probably
would have came back to life.
Like red X's.
Oh yeah. That would have been expected.
Yeah. Now what's happening after that?
You got that, and then oh fuck.
And then oh fuck.
Oh shit. Isaac is next to Malloy. Does a whole "I'm sorry."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. I called you a sob.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
So in the sick bay, he's all like, "Hey man, I know you're dead, but if you're still in there,
yeah, that's right. The death convention.
I say I'm sorry. You're my friend.
Oh yeah, all buddies.
It was the best prank that's ever happened to me.
That's true.
Probably.
That's true.
It's a good, solid prank.
Did you already come out with Wiggle Leg?
Not yet.
Yeah, okay. I like that part. Ed calls Malloy to the bridge with a half-finished leg.
Wiggle leg.
The Wiggle Leg. The Wiggle Leg.
He doesn't need a leg to fly.
It was dead pulley.
Huh?
But it was dead pulley, but I mean, you can't, like, I don't think they bit Deadpool in any means. It's just...
Deadpool was also Fox, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, I mean, the leg looked Deadpool-y. Yeah. Like, the makeup and all that stuff. But it's like, it didn't bite from anything. It just makes sense. You're trying to regenerate it, and it's not born yet. And then Pria teleports to the bridge. Shows up all magic style.
Oh, yeah.
And Ed begs to get the ship back. 300 people will lose their lives. They go through the portal. Oh, so she's like, nah, fuck that. And they're right there at the wormhole. And they go through the wormhole.
Which was, I didn't think they were gonna. I thought they were like gonna do a whole like dun 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 dun. No, but no.
I thought there was something magic gonna happen in the portal.
They just went in and back out the same way.
Like I thought it was gonna be a funny thing.
Yeah.
And they ended up in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But they go through it and they meet this giant alien. Alien ship.
Giant Alien ship.
Some kind of flying stingray thing. Yeah, it's like if you took all of the Predator's hair and jammed it onto a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looked like. Cool looking ship. But
Big
tentacles,
ship.
but it had like tentacles.
Had little tentacles.
And that's where I get freaked out. Like I'm trying to think like where is this ship going to go?
And the ship had
like
tentacles.
how could there's not like a body to the ship, not a big body, it's just tentacles. Like where is this ship gonna go? And then incoming message, you like it, Junior Mint. Now, I saw that. I did not get it. Is it a joke that I missed?
No, it was a way of
some Star Trek shit.
It was a way of Isaac telling the captain that he's in control. By sending a message that he knew that only it's not like it's for him to understand or anything. It's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That's Isaac.
Yeah, I mean,
which means that
it should have made more sense than that, but
which means that they have home control again, so they can just turn around and run.
Mm-hmm. And then you got a cat fight between Kelly and Pria.
Oh, you do.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know why fucking...
it's not really needed.
Laura didn't just go hammer up real quick.
Right? Yeah, just take her and just throw her up the...
I mean, I get it. You have the ex-wife, wants to protect everybody, blah, blah, blah. But that's why you have...
the chief of security.
Laura.
Not just a Laura. You have a chief of security for a reason.
Oh, yeah. Worf could have came and did some
Worf
shit
would have just gone like, rah, and jumped right over.
You just throw the fucking egg at her.
He always does.
So... Isaac algorithm has been inputted to the computer, giving him control of the ship. According to Isaac, with the existence of the wormhole, there are infinite possibilities of the future. But if they destroy it, and then they are setting a path. So they shoot it. And the existence of Pria disappears. So, and I think they just misused all their timing because
It was a quick end.
it was way too quick. Like, the way they got out and the way all that... Well, what if they just got control of the ship and, like, dipped?
Yes.
Like,
They got the control back and ran.
there could have definitely been more to it.
Why didn't the big ship come through to the past?
Yeah, I'm sure the ship could have got through. And that was the thing, like, get through and then have, like, the race through the portal and then, like, blow it up just as he's exiting. Like, do that. Why not?
Nope.
But
Don't want to do that.
But in space, like, if you destroy or like a black hole, like, doesn't it turn into, like, super hell? Like,
Well, that's probably what...
Isn't that the idea?
No, but if they turn... That's probably how they got the wormhole. It got... They blew up a sun and then turned into a black hole.
Gotcha.
But so basically, by eliminating the existence of Pria, that whole episode didn't happen.
Right.
None of the things in that, none of like the relationships that, if there were anything, happened.
But the memories are there.
No,
the memories aren't there. I thought the memories would still be there.
Everything got. Everything's cut from
all of
time.
it. So now they're gonna end up in that back in that black matter storm, or dark matter storm.
That's a very good point.
Because they've got to go back that way to fucking get there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're not going to know how to navigate it.
They're just going to die.
Yep.
The end. I didn't think about that.
Got to be on top of that.
Oh, that's the end of season 1. Like, like when they get, what's this? Bum bum.
Here comes, they're going to have him, instead of Picard, they're going to have Packard.
Ugh. Anyway,
Lieutenant.
So what did you think of this episode?
I mean, it was better than episode 2.
Ooh, yeah. Go back listen to episode 2. Rob hated that one.
But I don't know. Like, what's it called? Their formula is just off.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like a good formula anymore. It's, I mean, with the abrupt ending and like wasted time doing this and that. I don't know. It was easier to sit through than 2.
More of original story.
No, didn't say that.
Oh.
It was a story.
It was.
Somebody wrote that shit.
Somebody did. Probably Seth.
Yeah, I mean,
we should look up who the writers are per episode. I feel like we
probably,
should do more of an effort.
Yeah, to give it a little more background on it or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I did my ratings effort. I did that little spit of homework.
All right, jeez, I'll do it.
You don't have to do it. You just IMDb it.
I'm doing it now.
Oh, jeez. Are you? I don't need your sass.
Oh.
Need you acting like you just came through a wormhole. Changed my life.
From the 29th century to do this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Writer is Seth MacFarlane.
Just MacFarlane?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Created by and he wrote that one.
That's where he went wrong. But again, I'll give him credit because he's got Family Guy and American Dad, which I can't stand American Dad.
I like American Dad.
And I know all American Dad is Family Guy with different people.
But without the cutaways. They don't do cutaways in American Dad.
I thought they did some cutaways.
They do not do cutaways in American Dad. They do cutaways. They did cutaways in the Cleveland show and that got cancelled.
In the what?
They did cutaways in the Cleveland show and that got cancelled.
Well, the Cleveland show, there's nothing to base the Cleveland show off of. Yeah. Just because he's in 1 out of every 10 episodes doesn't mean he needs a show. Yeah, well. Have a better time bringing back Punky Brewster. That's I mean, Family Guy's my Seth MacFarlane. Cleveland show, I watched a handful of it because I thought Cleveland was a good character, but everything they brought in was shit. American Dad is just a fucking rip-off. All he's good is ripping shit off. Like, he brought back that space thing, though, right? With Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was like an actual show that just taught you at space. And that was cool, but like...
Cosmos, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't do shit. He just, like, funded it.
Oh.
So that was cool. But, yeah, like, his original shit's not that original. He's just, like... He's lucky enough to have a job to where it's just like, you know what? I've got the money. I liked this shit when I was growing up. and let's just do it again. So, I mean, that's cool. Like, I can't knock him for doing that. I just personally don't like his method. Or, like, the end results of what he's doing.
See, the thing is, he's taken a formula that's been done, yes, like the whole Star Trek thing. 'Cause he's just doing Star Trek. He's not like he's not trying to not do it. He's just doing Star Trek.
Right.
And he's trying to think of plot lines and episodes that there are so many episodes of so many different Star Trek that there's something been done already. You know what I mean? Like the time travel aspect, if not with Picard, with Star Trek Voyager, with Star Trek Deep Space Nine. There's so many. These were the days where every season had 20-something episodes.
Right.
So, like now it's like 12 episodes a season, 10 episodes a season. So they have to be good. But back then it was like...
You just put them out every fucking week.
Yeah, and there's like 8 seasons of these shows,
Right. But
and so like it's hard to find an original thought for space travel.
Yeah, but they're not that original. Like, and just start a new cartoon. What are you gonna do? Oh, this guy's in a relationship problem. Oh, let's have the drug episode. You have all this shit that you're going to do. You just have to write a different story. Like, there's a million different reasons you can go to the grocery store, but the end result is you just went to the grocery store.
So you didn't like this episode?
I'm not going to shit on it like I shat on the other one.
Yeah. So it's above the other. It's above the last one.
Oh, I mean, if it's the very last, if the one's sitting on the bottom of the list, then yeah, it's above it.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite moment?
A favorite moment. I like the little wiggle leg.
Favorite joke?
Potato Head. Potato Head is always going to be my favorite joke.
My favorite moment was... I did this last time too, actually.
It's all right.
Just remember staring off.
That's why I edit.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm. What do you got?
Probably just the minimal amount of future alien that they used. Just enough for some mystery.
They didn't use much. It was just her, huh?
Yeah. Just like...
Did they do a shot of the pilot of the alien ship?
Yeah. The whole like... And then that was it. Don't need to see more.
Yeah, that's good.
Favorite joke?
Funny joke.
Favorite joke? Probably the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Sorry for the dragging on.
No. We're good. Yeah, go ahead. If you have the time, if you enjoy this, check out the back catalog. Get a hold of us, themarspod@gmail.com. You can catch us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube at the Mars Pod.
And
listen to us
on Stitcher.
Yeah, listen to us on the iHeartRadio, Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play Store. If you have Spreaker, follow us on Spreaker. Why not?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be doing the new episode.
Is the new episode next week?
It should be.
I thought it was 2 weeks off. This week and next week.
Oh. Well, we'll know next week.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But, yeah, what do we have left? We have 3 and 4?
We have 3 and 4.
3 and 4, and then we're all caught up?
We should be.
All right, so we'll get 3 and 4 out there.
Bang them out.
That's it. Yeah, we'll be caught up. Send us a message. Let me know. Did you like the Blade Runner? Did you hate the Blade Runner?
Ooh, talk about Blade Runner.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
give us some shit to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever.
Good morning.
And we'll see you later. And right mouse.
In Dublin, they're doing
what?
My brother saw the Game Grumps in Dublin. They're doing like a Europe tour.
Oh, that's cool.
So they were him and another Irish YouTuber, Jacksepticeye.
Jesus.
God, you'd hate him actually. Now that I think about it,
Jacksepticeye.
Jack. And they did kind of like a Europe tour where they just play a game in front of a large crowd. and then just talk.
It's so weird that that's a thing. I mean, it's
so
cool.
Weird that's a thing, but
like,
I
it's
would
super
kill
cool.
to go.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would kill to go. I'd kill a lot quicker to do it.
But oh, don't do it, Rob. I don't even like him. Anyway.
No, I'm gonna say that I was just getting it queued up so I can watch it later.